Hi guys, this video is going to be a little bit different. I'm just basically going to show off my gaming computer. This is the Cooler Master Half X case. It's quite a big case, so I do have to kind of step back with the camera quite a bit to get it in frame. But that's the computer. You can see the huge big 200mm fan on the side, and then there's the front as well. I'll start with the front actually. I'll drag it out. And we'll start off with the front and I'll explain everything. So first of all, the top we've got on this case, we've got two USB 3.0, we've got an eSATA, we've got Firewire, and we've got two USBs. We've also got then headphone and microphone jacks. And on the top, I don't know how good the light is, let me just spread some light on here. There we go. That's better. You can see here is this sliding panel here, and once you slide to the left you can see the power button there. This is a fan LED on off button for this 200mm fan at the front here, so I can turn that off and on. And then we've got also a reset switch there as well, so I always tend to have that push to the right when my computer's on, just to avoid anyone touching it or me accidentally turning it off or resetting it. Then on the top we've got two 200mm fan points, which I have got installed to 200mm Cooler Master fans. The side panel is just an ordinary side panel. And then if I move the computer back a bit, I do apologise about the camera work, and step back, you can see this is the business end. I've got a few stickers there, Gigabyte motherboard, i7-950 and Windows 7 64-bit professional. So this is the side panel. It's a nice Perspex panel here with a 200mm red LED fan. If I remove the thumb screws off the back, and one down here as well, and I will take this side panel off camera because it's quite hard. I'll be back in a second. Okay guys, so here is the inside of my computer. I'll just grab my chair so I can sit down and show you the computer. Now, in here we have the motherboard is a Gigabyte X58 USB 3 motherboard. So it's nice little motherboard. Does me well. It's nothing special, but it was about £160 when I first got it. So it's a nice board. I've then got 12 gig of Corsair XMS3 RAM, running at 1333 MHz. Underneath here, I've got an i7-950. Stock is 3.06 GHz. I've got it overclocked to 4 GHz stable on around about 1.28 on the V core, if I can remember correctly, and that's been tested stable with Prime 95 for 48 hours, and that overclock's been applied for the past year or so. So I'm very happy with that. It's then been cooled by this. This is the Corsair H60 water cooler. You can see there's the water block and pump. The two pipes coming off it to the radiator at the back here I've got, with two fans on a push-pull configuration. Sorry. See there, I've got a 120mm thermal take red LED fan, and then that fan there is just an ordinary. I think it was a fan that came in one of my older gaming cases. So nothing special about that. Keeps it nice and cool. Idle temperatures are around about kind of 34, 35, 36 are idle at 4 GHz, and then at 100% load, Prime 95, they reach about 77 degrees tops. So it's that's at 4 GHz. So I'm very happy with the overclock. Moving down to here, this is the GTX 460. It's the Palette, however you say it, card. 1 gig of DDR5 RAM, that's VRAM, with the two 6-pin PCIe power connectors as well. Moving down further, we've got a 750 watt OCZ Fatality 1 power supply. So it does me nicely. It looks quite dusty actually. I'm going to clean this before I put the side panel back on. It's could do with a clean, but it does me nicely, nice and quiet, very power efficient. I believe it's bronze certified. I think that was around about £75. The graphics card was 140, I believe. The water cooler was about 80. The RAM all total was probably about £100. This was bought about a year ago, so it was quite expensive. RAM has come down so much in price now. The motherboard was around about 150, like I said. Processor was about 220. Sorry, yeah, the processor was about 220. Here I have a. I don't think I can pull it out. No, I can't. That is a 500 gig Western Digital Caviar Blue in that drive bay there. Empty. Then got a. I think it's a Seagate Barracuda, I believe. 160 gig hard drive. That's just a backup for my main files. They're both 7200 RPM. Here, this cake. Actually, I'll swap back to the front here. So this case features two hot swap bays, as you can see. There's a drive right here. So you just pop that in whilst it's running. That's fine. If I can get it back in. One sec, guys. There we go. So that's back in. So you've got two hot swap bays there. You can just mount 3.5 or 2.5 inch drive. You've then got these. These are spaces. You've got 1, 2, 3, and then 4, where my DVD drive is. Spaces for DVD drives and whatnot. And they just clip back in. So at the top here I've got an LG DVD writer. This is only around about £10–12. Very cheap ones. I hardly use it, to be honest. It's used very regularly to install software, or when I'm reformatting my hard drives and I want to store my OS back in. It's actually failed on me, and I think it's failing again. They're very cheap drives, but I bought it and it completely failed. Windows didn't even recognise it. It just, even though it's powered on, it was so unresponsive. There was no lights on it or anything. So I rang Play.com. Well, I rang Play.com, where I bought it from. They transferred me to LG and then transferred me back to Play.com. Anyway, I managed to get it sorted out and they sent me another one. But this one seems to be doing the same thing. It's still working for now. I mean, it will open, but sometimes it just does weird things. I do apologise. That's Ralph. That is. My girlfriend bought him for me. So yes, it does weird things now and again. It's very strange. At the moment it seems to be working, but whether I kind of ring up and complain and ask for a new one or my money back or something, I don't know. I'm going to be getting an SSD finally for this computer sometime. Being a student, I don't have tons amount of money. I've just got an SSD upgraded into my MacBook Pro, 120 gig OCZ Agility 3 SSD in there, which seems to be working fine, except I do get a little bit of beach balling, so I'm kind of hopefully going to be able to update the firmware on it. Anyway, back to my gaming computer. The Cooler Master Half X has got nice little features. It's got this kind of PSU wire cover. So the PlayStation, the power supply is here and it ends there. You've then got this cover which you can put in, and it basically hides all the wires. This is a modular power supply, but as you know, the cables are quite long. So you've got a lot of excess cables when they come from kind of the 24-pin or the 8-pin or, the graphics cards. You've got all this excess wire, so it all gets bundled in here, so it's very nice. It keeps it all nice and tidy and hidden away. This here is also a very nice feature of the case. These are two of the features, especially this one, why I went for this case, because it's half X. Half stands for high airflow, and that's pretty much what it does. This here is a duct, basically, onto my graphics card, or graphics cards if I had multiple. And it's basically, I don't know if you can see that, but in there is a 120mm fan, which is sucking air. This 200mm fan here at the front is blowing in air past the hard drives, nice and cool, because the hard drives don't get that warm, to this 120mm fan here. This 120mm fan is then accelerating the air even quicker, and as you can see, straight into the graphics card. Straight into it. So it keeps it nice and cool. Because I play one of the games I play is Battlefield 3, and in my old case, that graphics card used to get absolutely roasting hot. Like, I'm not even joking. My old case used to have a small 80mm fan on the side panel, which used to blow out air, and the air used to be so hot, my hand used to get hot, very hot, when putting it there. That graphics card probably topped out at about 90 degrees whilst I was playing Battlefield on my old case. But now it barely touches about 65, 66, 67 degrees whilst playing Battlefield, simply because I've got the 200mm fan on the side panel blowing air straight in, and then this 120mm fan here blowing straight in. So the graphics card is getting nicely cooled. Very nice indeed. I've got these two fans at the top here, if you can see them. don't know if you can see them. There you go. Blowing out air. So all in all, I've got intake on the front, 200mm fan. Intake on the side, 200mm fan. Intake on the back for the CPU water block radiator. Sorry, that was it. Intake there, and then 2 exhausts on the top. So it's very cool. It keeps my computer nice and cool. That's about it. I'll be doing another video sometime. Actually, I'll probably do it at the end of this video, to be honest. I'm going to do a few screenshots and videos on Battlefield and probably Flight Simulator X as well. That's another game I play, just to show you some of the FPS I get and the performance I'm getting. At the end of the day, I've probably spent around about £1,000 on this computer, and it's not the best computer in the world, but for what I want, it's absolutely fantastic, and I love it. And it's pretty quick, and the performance is there. I think I've got the performance to kind of book ratio, the money ratio, quite good. Oh, I also forgot to say, I've got these LED strip lights that are literally just stuck on, and they're plugged into a Molex connection. If you can see that, my camera isn't focusing very well, so I do apologise. There we go. See them? All the way around the case, which basically gives it a nice red glow. All that red light that you can see. Let me focus back in. Sorry about the camera. There you go. That is all down to, and I'll turn this light off so you can see. There we go. That's all down to the red LED fans and the red LED strip lights, which I've got, which are about £5. I can't remember where I got them from, but you can get them cheap now. So that's it. That's my gaming computer. Very happy with it. Absolutely love it. Fantastic. So yes, there'll probably be some game footage at the end of this video. If not, they'll be coming in another video, and I shall speak to you soon.